and then at the end, I will take some Q&A. I think that's probably going to be the best way for me to go ahead and do this, if that's okay. So during this, please just write down any questions. And then at the end, I'm happy to help any way I possibly can so that we get you started with 3. Okay,
And
Janet.
Mari is a 3-star. I should introduce Mari. Mari is an incredible leader, mommy of 3 amazing children, beautiful wife. She lives in New Jersey. She's a 3-star pro, going 3-star elite, and she onboards all the time and runs an incredible business. So I just wanted to say that about you, Mari. So thank you so much. And we are live, so you are good to go. I'm going to turn host controls over to you, full host controls. So if anyone needs to be muted or anything, that'll be on you as well. So here you go. You are the host, Mari. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you,
Okay.
Adrian, for that
Bye. Mhm.
introduction. You're so sweet. Thank you.
I love you. Bye.
I love you too. Okay,
Okay.
great. Yeah. So I'm happy to help any way I possibly can today. Yes, I've been with 3 since the beginning, and I'm, I'm a 3-star pro as Adrian said, and I'm here to help you get started. So again, any questions that you may have, just write them down so we can go back to that at the end. But I think the best way for me to go ahead and do this instead of stopping share and going back and forth is to go through the presentation. So I'm going to share my screen now. And we are going to get started. I'm going to ask you to give me a thumbs up to see if you can see my screen. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so here we go. So onboarding, back to basics. Okay, great. All right, so here we go. Getting started. All right. Okay, so if you have not, first of all, welcome to all the people that are brand new to 3. Even if you've been here for a while, thank you for being on so that you can learn about onboarding and you can maybe pass this on to someone who's on your team, or maybe it will help you in any way, shape, or form. So if you have not downloaded the app, I want you to go ahead and scan this QR code now, because this is really important that you have the app. There are so many tools on this app. Um, I live on this app all the time. I'm constantly on here. I love that when we share some content, you get a notification saying that someone opened it up. And I love that. And you can see if they've opened up a Dr. Dan video or a PDF. Also from the app, you can go directly to your business center, which is your back office. I love that. So there are resources here that you can download. You can customize your favorites. There's a huge learning area on the app. There's a premium business management option. It's called Pulse. That's fabulous. It tells you what's going on. And then there's an AI composer as well. And of course, the tracking and reminders. So this is a phenomenal way for you to run your business, and you can run it from anywhere. As long as you have your phone, you are good to go. And so go ahead and scan that QR code for the app. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. So next, if you're not familiar with this slide, get familiar with this. This is how we are successful, and the next steps as far as how we get people enrolled in our business, right? We want to grow our business. We want to get people enrolled. And this is the way we do it. So number 1 is for $30, you become a brand ambassador. And when you are a brand ambassador, you have that customized link and you can share that. And that is how you get paid, right? So once you share it, people click it, and then they purchase products, and then we get paid. So you want to enroll for $30, and then you're going to place your initial order. Okay. So 100 CV is customer volume. Okay. Or commissionable volume. Either way, it's volume. And you want to get started on an intro pack or better at 100 CV, because that's going to get you activated. Okay. And then you're going to set up your smart ship. So that's step number 3, 60 to 120 CV or better. And so when you go into your back office, there's a section where it says orders, you go there. And then it kind of hovers over and allows you to set up your smart ship. On the bottom right hand of that screen is a plus sign, and you add your smart ship. Now, I love the way our company we're constantly evolving and getting better. And I love that now, when you're on that initial enroll page, it has a section where you can set up your smart ship on that initial order. And I think that's fabulous. So that's something that's new. So if you're not familiar with that, you haven't enrolled someone in a while, that is in place for us now, which I really am so grateful for. Because it just kind of it allows us to not have that other step where we have to go back to the new ambassador or the customer and ask them to set up the smart ship. So that's phenomenal. So make sure you set up the smart ship. Your smart ship is your glue that holds your business together. You want to make sure that your client, your customers, and your brand ambassadors are on smart ship. Okay. And again, 60 CV or better. So that's like, for an example, a box of Eternal. You always want to make sure, and you can edit your smart ship at any time very easily. You can edit the date, which I really don't recommend editing the date so much, but you can edit what's in your cart. So I love that. And then step number 4 is you want to enroll 2, one on your right and one on your left. And you want to help them do the same. And it's over and over. So this business is duplication. The best copycat wins, and we just want to duplicate over and over. And you want to become a QBA, what we call a QBA, a qualified brand ambassador. Okay. And so that's how we do that. We enroll one on the right, one on the left at 100 CV, and you are good to go. All right. All right. So how do team commissions work? Team commissions to success. So that is you, as you can see in the blue. Okay. And when your team hits 600 CV on one side and 300 CV on the other, you earn what we call a cycle, and you get a cycle bonus. So as you can see here, you are in the blue, and then Bob comes on and he comes on with an order of 300 CV, and then Sue comes on and she wants a little bit more. So she gets 600 CV. So she just purchased a pack for 600 CV. And you have your left team, Bob is on your left and Sue is on your right team. Okay. So you really, you need 2. All right. Your right and your left. And so again, your cycle is when you hit 600 CV, I'm sorry. Yeah, on your right and on your left. So it could be vice versa. It could go back and forth. We won't get into that so much right now, but just know that you want to have, the computer does that work for you. 300, it will recognize 300 on one side, 600 on the other side, and that will always create a bonus for you. And the computer will just go ahead and do that for you. You don't really have to worry about that so much, but you want to see what's happening in your back office, and you want to see how that is working for you. Okay, that's how we're getting paid on team commissions. So you want to get as many as you possibly can, and as you can see here, 600 cycles equals $21,000 per week. People are doing that. Yes, it's true. So it is possible, and you just want to cycle as much as you possibly can. So you don't need a huge team to earn. You just need momentum, right? And this is where leverage comes in. And that's where we talk about that leverage income, and that's really kicking in there. We do have that full compensation plan that you'll be able to utilize. And that's in your back office if you'd like to see that. And you can ask your upline for more details on that. But we do have an entire, training on just compensation. So this is just one part of our commissions is on team commission. All right. So another way we get paid is on PIBs, what we call PIBs, product introductory bonuses. Okay. And right now on this screen, what you see are the PIBs for each pack. Okay. So you want to make fast cash, right? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Hopefully you do. If you're on this call, most likely you want to learn and you want to grow as quickly as possible. So your PIB is, again, you can see that on the bottom in the red, PIB, it's product introductory bonus, and it equals fast cash. So for example, as we can see the GLP specials, obviously GLP is all the rage right now. You can see the PIBs for each package. So we have the complete pack, the advantage pack, and the essential pack. Um, I have really been talking to people about the advantage pack and about the complete pack. Yes, the essential pack as well. But and when I'm bringing someone into the business, I want to get the PIB, right? I want to make as much money as I can up front. And I want my people, my brand ambassadors, to get bang for their buck, as I like to call it, right? So when you're going for the advantage pack, for example, you're getting 100 PIB. That's your PIB. That's your kickback, right? That's your payout on that because the company is saying, thank you for introducing, Sally to this business. And so she bought the advantage pack. You're going to get 100 PIB. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. The advantage pack has free purify in it. I love how the company is giving free purify to people to help them jumpstart and get them, the weight loss going and get their system in place and resetting their gut and all of that wonderful stuff. And so I love starting with the advantage pack and the complete pack. And then, of course, you see here we have the PIBs on the simple 6 packs. We have the ultimate pack, the elite pack, the boost pack, and the starter pack. And you can see the PIBs that correlate with those packs. And again, you want to start and get that fast cash, right? So you want to introduce those packs. There's always saving. I like to say bang for your buck. Like I said, I also like to say it's a business in a box, depending on what they want. But there are so many options here. The more you buy, the more you save. I love that phrase as well. So I think that that's something to pass along. And then we also have our essential items, which are of our Visage collection, our 3 intro pack, which is the Eternal, the Vitality, and the Purify, and then the Kinetic starter pack. So there might be an esthetician that comes in and just wants the Visage pack. And so they are just interested in the skincare. And then maybe they want to add on like an Eternal and a collagen. You can do that as well. And you're going to get the PIB on that. So I do want to just go ahead and talk to you just about, that's going to help you build cycles as well, because the more PV that you have, you want to get paid quickly, right? So this is the best way to go ahead and do that. So hopefully this helps you understand the packs better, the pricing and the PIBs, and we'll move on from there. So if you have any questions, just write that down and we can go back to that later. All right, so we're moving on. So success loves speed, right? We talk about this a lot, the power of 2. So here inside how you can grow with 1, and you have you enroll 2 BAs, and then the second month there are 4 because those 2 BAs enroll 2 BAs, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And then when you hear at month 12, you have 4,096 BAs. Now that's in a perfect world, right? So if you did 10% of that, if you did 15% of that, like what does that look like? But if you want to grow quickly, you just have as many conversations as you possibly can. We like to say the more you tell the 3 story, the better chance you have at just growing this business quickly. So that is just the power of 2. And as you can see on the right-hand side, that's you, and then you double, 2 times, and then BAs, it just starts growing and growing and growing, and you have that opportunity to earn $31,850 per month. Yes, people are doing that. And, you have a team of 8,190 BAs and 12 levels, and you're earning $35 for every cycle. Your team commissions per month can be $31,850. So that's amazing. So that just shows you the power of 2. And this is a duplication business. It's a people business. Talk to as many people as you can. With GLP-3, obviously, this has become easier and easier. People are coming to us asking questions all the time. So what you want to do first is you want to make your list and you want to track your success. I cannot stress that enough. So I always like to say whoever is like coming to you in your brain or on your heart, they're there for a reason. So write that person's name down and make that list. And we have ways that we can track that. And so we have everything in place here. The systems are amazing. Adrian has done such an amazing job creating all of these assets for us. And we're so blessed to have all of this. So you want to make your list, but you also want to track your success. And the way that you do that is through these tracking forms. So if you want to go ahead and scan to download that tracker form, there is your QR code to do so. I will at the end go into the website where we can find all of this as well. But we're just making it easy for you now to just go ahead and scan and download that tracker form. If you know how to add that to your home screen on your phone, I would go ahead and do that now if you know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, I am happy to help you and teach you how to do that when I stop sharing this presentation, okay? So you do want to create that list. There is a jogger here, who do you know, which I love that. I print these out. I have them readily available for my brand ambassadors when I'm meeting them at a coffee shop. Obviously in person, but also when you are, doing a Zoom with them, they're going to print that out on their own. Okay, so that is our tracking form. And then here, this is amazing because again, everything is in place. I've never been with a company that has had all the systems in place. Like it's just so amazing. So utilize these tools. We have them for a reason. We always say, don't be a fool, use a tool. Hence the app and the back office and all the PDFs and everything here. But this is giving you QR codes for each one of these ways to, for example, post on social media. This is an example of Adrian's post. I believe she went live on this and she's talking about GLP and no synthetics, no needles, no harmful side effects. So you definitely want to learn how to post on social media if that's something that you're comfortable with. And if you're not comfortable with it, you might want to get uncomfortable because we are really reaching so many people through social media and they're watching. And then you want to connect and you can send some text teasers. And this is an example of how to do that. And this goes into the GLP. And so you can just simply copy and paste all of these, which is phenomenal. We're just here to help you succeed and get you started. And we have the wording here for you. So we always say just duplicate. What you don't want to do is you don't want to go ahead and spend so much time trying to figure it out on your own. Just go ahead and you can tweak it a little bit if you want to, or you could put it in Chat GPT and make it your own. But these words are here for you for a reason, and they are tried and true. And then we also have our invite. So if you're going to be inviting someone in person or to a Zoom, these are examples of how you can go ahead and do that. And there are samples here for your personal and warm market, and then your coffee shop meetup style. And then also here is an example number 3 for exclusive curiosity-based people as well. So there are different ways that we want to reach out. You want to meet people where they are. You want to know their personality and you want to see what works best for them. And that is how we invite. And then to present at the next event or pre-recorded YouTube's presentations links from the app, we have that here as well. So there is your QR code that will give you that. So if you did not go ahead, if you did not scan those QR codes, go ahead and do that. I can always go back to this at the end and we can go ahead and we can do that together. So the fortune is in the follow-up, and we all know that, or if you don't know that, you're learning that now, and you're going to hear that time and time again, and it is very, very true. Because you can send someone the best invitation, you can send someone the best tool, you can send someone the best of everything. However, people are busy. And so if they get caught up, they may have good intentions, but if they get caught up in life, it's your job to then go ahead and follow up with them. So what does that look like? You want to have that call continuum, and you want to bring them back to where you started that conversation. And you want to continue that over and over again. So that first touch is going to happen, and then you're going to follow up within 24 to 48 hours. And then you want to, if, you know, we always say follow up until, right? Just follow up until. So first touch is 24 to 48 hours. Then you want to go to 2 days, then 2 weeks, and then 3 to 11 times of follow up. And you just want to follow up, follow up, follow up. Again, you want to follow up until, right? Until they, if unless they're saying a hard no, and then you put them on a list, like on a different list, you want to just continue to follow up. And then you could follow up with a leader and with more information. And there's different ways that we have that you can go ahead and do that. We have tools for that as well. We have scripts for that as well. So everything is in place. But again, just reiterating, the fortune is in the follow up. So don't be afraid to do that. In fact, it's your job if you want to grow the business, right? That's the way we go ahead and we do that. All right. So then we have to close, right? We invited, we gave some information, we followed up, and what does that close look like? So we like to say kinetic is for the closers, and you have to ask questions, right? So you really want to meet people where they are. You want to ask questions, you want to get to know them. It's never about you, it's always about them, right? You have to kind of like separate yourself from that outcome. We eat no for breakfast is like what we like to say. We get no's all the time, but you have to ask the right questions. So these are examples of what it's like to close. For example, what did you like? Okay, so they watched a presentation, you sent them a PDF, you sent them a Dr. Dan video, you sent them a tool from your app, and the follow-up is, what did you like? Okay, so we want to keep it positive. All right, what did you like? Another example, what else did you like? Okay, so they tell you what they like. Oh, I really liked the way that GLP-1 is all natural. I like the way that you don't have to inject it. I really like that, Mari. I think that's phenomenal. Really? That's amazing, Sally. What else did you like? Okay, you want to keep them in that positive mode. Another great question. Do you feel like you have enough information to get started today? I love that. I utilize that all the time. Again, do you feel like you have enough information to get started today? Why do you say that? Well, if they're on the fence and they're not so sure, there might be some information that they might want. And if there is, you know, they have to feed that information to you. Oh, I would really want to get more involved in the science. Can you send me some more? I want clinical dossiers, whatever that looks like. Okay. And so now we know what information that they want. And if they don't need more information, then, you know, what's holding them back, right? So that's a great question. What interests you the most? The products, the income, or both? I absolutely love that question as well. So you might want to take a screenshot of this if you want a quick reference, but we do have it all in the website. If I could show you a way to get blank, right? Healthier, more money, more freedom, a free all expense paid trip, would you be opposed to getting started today? So I love that closing question. Okay. So again, take a screenshot of this if you want a quick reference, but if not, you know, we have these readily available for you as well. All right, and then we're going to take the order, right? So now they're ready. So number one, this is how you close on taking the order. Let me help you open your account. Where would you like this shipped? What card would you be using today? Okay, so these are three questions that you would like to, or statements really, and questions that you would like to utilize in order to take the order. I love this. It's tried and true. You really want to just go ahead and don't be afraid to just say this, because what happens a lot of times is people just want to be told what to do. All right. And speak in your own confidence and know that we know that these products are amazing, and this business is you know is awesome, and that we want to help people in any way that they're ready and willing to get started. So that is how we do it. Okay, moving on. All right, so you want to build it big, and why 3 now? All right, so if you want to build this business big, you want to become a 3-star. That's the foundation of your business. I like to say, you know, we do have our tree, if you will, right? Our business is like our tree. And you want the roots of your tree and your foundation to be stable. And it will be when you hit what's called 3-star. It's a rank in the company. The way that you do that, and we're not going to get so deep into this right now, we have a whole training on that. But you want to use that tracking form. That's what you see on the left-hand side of the screen right now. That's your level up for success tracking form. You're going to write your list of 30 people that you're connecting with. You see that on the bottom of that form. 15 will say yes, 6 will enroll. Those are just the numbers, tried and true. Okay. It's a numbers game, guys. It's a numbers game. So connect with 30, 15 will say yes, 6 will enroll. And how do you do that? So in order to get to 3-star, you have requirements, right? These are the 3-star requirements. You need a total of 3,600 PGV, that's personal group volume, between both your left and right teams. Okay. So what happens is when people come into the business, they're placing orders and we receive volume and you're putting them on the right and on the left and on the right and on the left. And it really depends on who they are when they come in, and you'll have that discussion with your upline leader and they'll help you. But really, you just want to get a solid foundation for yourself. Okay. And the placement is really important. Right, left. And then you're going to get that solid foundation. And then once you hit 3-star, you're just going to be on either your right or on your left, depending on which, side you have to then go ahead and build. And you're just going to be, building that side. So that's when it gets really exciting. So at the beginning, it's right, left. So no more than 600 CV per personally enrolled leg on your L1 can be utilized for that 3,600 PV, and 900 CV on each left and right legs, 600 CV per level 1. So again, we are jumping a little bit ahead if you're brand new, but this is how you get to 3-star, right, left. Talk to your upline leader, they will help you. And then you're on your way to success. Once you hit that 3-star foundation, you are on your way to build and be $1 million earner. That's what we're here for, right? Many of us are here for that. Okay. So who are you looking for to build it big? All right. So there are 4 personality traits, and this is the DISC model. And this is how it's explained simply. Like I said earlier, this is a people business. I can't stress that enough. You need to know personalities best you can. It's really important to read the room, right? I mean, if you're talking to someone who is quiet and they're shy, you don't want to be a boisterous person doing a presentation. Like you want to meet people where they are, right? And so that's really important. So right here, very simply put, the DISC form or model is here. So they're letters. Okay. So D stands for dominance. And this is what they focus on. They focus on results, and they're in control. They're the type of person that likes to be in control. Their traits are they're decisive, they're direct, they're confident, they're very competitive. So how do they communicate? They're quick, they're to the point. They want efficiency. So a D personality is like, let's go, let's win. Don't slow me down. I want to keep going. So that's a D personality. An influence personality is they're people people. They like people. They have positivity. They're social, enthusiastic. They're persuasive. They're expressive, right? They're friendly. They're energetic. They're story driven. So that's how you communicate with them. You want to be friendly, energetic, story driven. So you kind of get the idea here. I'm not going to spend so much time on this, but take a picture of this if you'd like to, and it kind of will go into it a little bit more. But really, the point of all of this is, again, meet people where they are. If you have a leader that is like Adrienne is, like she can be very direct and to the point, right? So you might want to get someone who's like that on a call with Adrienne. You want to kind of meet when you are doing your practice Zooms. and you want to utilize your upline leader, I always like to look for leaders that will match that personality best that you can. Like, we don't know for sure, but we're going to do the best we can to kind of match that up. So you want to bring your best 10 ASAP, right? But we really are looking for the D's and the I's here. Okay. We want to look for the people that are decisive and direct. If you want to build a business and you want to build big, you want to look for those D's, and you want to look for the I's, like the influential people. Who are the people in your life that are influential? Right. And then we have the S's, the steadiness, and then the C's, the conscientious. So again, this business is for everyone. But again, it's just great to know where they are. And in a team setting, for D drives momentum, I builds business relationships and energy, S maintains stability and follows through, and then the C's ensure quality and organization. So you want a little bit of everything in your organization, best you can, because it really balances out. Like for my team, we do have a little bit of everything. And again, it just balances out so that we can tap into certain people when we need it. And that's really building such a great team. Okay. So that's the way you want to go ahead and do that best you can, get your 10 as quickly as possible. And that brings us to our board of directors. So you want to build what we call the board of directors. Who are your 10 best people? When you write your list, you really want to think about, you want to think about who you want in your organization. And I absolutely love that we are able to do that, by the way. Like, I love the fact that I might meet someone and I'm like, yeah, no, like, I don't really want them on my team. I don't really want that negativity. Not for me, not my style, don't want it. Like, I love the fact that we get to do that. It's one of the things I love about this business. And so you want to build your board of directors. What does that look like? You want those D's and the I's and the S's and the C's. Like, you want them in, mostly the D's and the I's, right? You want those people that are going to bring more people in, and so on and so on. But you want to bring your best 10 to the table, and then we will work with them. Your upline leaders will work with them, and we're going to start duplicating the power of two. Success loves speed. So again, bring those 10 in as quickly as you can. And with this GLP-3, like, there's no better time. Can't stress that enough. Definitely no better time. So we can't wait to see you at the next event as a new 3-star. And that's the way you're going to get there, is through building their board of directors. So the worst that can happen is that you end up healthier and wealthier, and you become, the best version of yourself while you are building your amazing team. So I'm stopping share now. I went through that kind of quickly. Welcome to the people who I didn't get a chance to welcome before. My name is Mari Melao. I am happy to be here with you, helping you onboard today. Um, Let me check the chat. I would love to hear from any of you that are brand new. So I just kind of would like to know that. And any questions you may have. So any of you that came on late, I asked you to just kind of jot down maybe a few questions, but this is a good time. I can go back if we need to and help you. And I also want to share with you the ourlegacyleaders.com. I'm going to do that as well with you. But any questions before I go ahead and do that? Hi,
Hey, Mari, I just want to I just
go
want to
ahead.
welcome Audrey on.
Oh,
Audrey,
hi,
welcome.
Audrey. Caroline, is that you? Okay.
Hi,
Hello,
Caroline.
Audrey.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How long have you been with us, Audrey?
I started using the products back in October, and I was having a lot of back pain, a lot of inflammation in my body. And John Edema, who I've known for about 15 years, like I met him through Isogenics, had introduced me. He's like, "You're in way too much pain. Let's see if we can get this down." And truly within a week, my pain level went from like a 8 to about a 2.
Wow.
And I could walk across the house. I was, waiting to um, find the right doctor for back surgery, and um, which I just had 4 weeks ago, and I'm doing great. There's
Oh, wow.
no pain. It's amazing. And um, but taking the let's see, I was on so many things, like I think the whole line.
Oh, good.
Um, but I really think the Revive was probably had the biggest impact for my inflammation. And I went from, uh, you know, barely being able to walk across the house, um, to walking a little bit more,
Wow.
walking stairs, dancing with my partner at Christmas. Like I felt so good. And so I really credit that for being able to go into the surgery with my body feeling good.
Mm,
And it was like, at first I'm like, do I need the surgery? And I'm like, no, I've seen my back x-ray. I definitely need surgery. Um, but what it did is that my body was no longer fighting all of that inflammation. It wasn't fighting the pain so that I could go into surgery and have the absolute best outcome. And um, and so it's been amazing. I love the products. I just started the GLP-3 and the products have just it truly it's life-changing for
that's
me.
phenomenal. Great
So
job.
thank you for allowing me the time to share this.
Of course, welcome. That's a beautiful story. So the way that you're interested in building this business, or do you
Yeah,
want to share your
yeah.
story? I love it. Okay, so yeah, so you have a story to tell. So this is the thing. Stories, how we like to say, facts tell and stories sell. Okay. So your story is phenomenal and it needs to be shared over and over and over. And for those of you who are not who are on
Yesterday
this
or
call,
today?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I think someone's
Oh, I need to mute. Okay, got
unmuted.
it. I wasn't sure if they wanted to talk. Okay, so what I'd like to say about that is Audrey has a beautiful story to tell. Whatever your story is, you can share. If you don't have a story yet, you borrow someone else's story. So you can borrow Audrey's story and say, a colleague of mine, her name is Audrey. This is her story, that's a product story. So we want to get a product story, but we also want to get a business story. So your Audrey, your product story it's going to then evolve into your business story, right? Because your business story is going to, once you tell that story over and over and over again, and you start sharing this with people over and over, and then your friend Sally tells her friend Christine, who tells Bob, who tells her Bob's doctor, that's the way we build, and that's the way we grow, and that's the way you build, okay? And so again, tell that story. People don't want to hear about the facts. I mean, they're great and they're important and they're great tools to use, but the stories, this I can't stress it enough. This is a people business. I always say it needs to be a human connection, and that's you just created a human connection.
Yeah,
Okay. People
yeah,
are in this because they want to feel better. They want to grow. They want more income. They want freedom, whatever that looks like for them. They want community. So most people, a lot of people, it's all three. It could be one, it could be two, it could be all three. So whatever that looks like, again, you ask the questions, and you just share and you share and then you share some more. And that's the way we operate. So yeah, for those of you, Rachel, welcome to this call. I know you just popped on as well. Any questions that you may have as far as the business part, the app, you want to download that app, you want to get into the back office, you want to get familiar with your back office if you haven't done that yet. There are so many tools. We have an entire onboarding. Let me go back. Let me go find that for you right now. It is Our Legacy. Here, let me get that for you.
While you're talking,
Yeah.
Mari, I just
Uh-huh.
want to let everyone know that, um, you know, please feel free to share my story. And also, if anybody wants to talk to me directly about, what it was like for me, you're welcome to connect with me.
Fabulous. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. You're already a leader. See that? You are literally already a leader, Audrey. That's amazing. So this
Mark,
is,
can
yes.
I just, I also want to, I just noticed, I'm driving. I
Yeah.
wanted to welcome Rachel to the team too. She's on
All
board.
right, Rachel. Welcome. Welcome, Rachel. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that so much. I will stop sharing in a moment. We can I would like to hear more about you, but while I have this popped up, if that's okay, just wanted to show you this. So this, can you all see this? Yes, ourlegacymakers.com. Yes. Okay. So this is our team website, which I love. So Adrian and George did such a beautiful job in creating this for us. And as you can see here, we have so many ways that we can utilize this. We have our business trainings, we have our business resources. This is where you would find the tracking forms, the team orders, the order form. It goes on and on. You can go into product training, social media. There's a lot here. Okay, so get familiar with this as well. You could book a coaching appointment. There's just so much here. We are here to support you in any possible way that we possibly can. We have business resources, which I will click on. Hopefully that opens. Oh, I guess that's what that was. And then the business training. Okay, so this is the recruiting system. So this is really important too. And this will give you so many like system review. This is the recruiting system. I'm going to actually click on that for you now. The 5-point recruiting system. Oops. Let's see. I'm not used to doing it this way. Sorry, guys. Let me go home. Okay. All right. Let me go back here. All right. So when you're on here, here's our team calendar. You want to upload that to your phone. I have it on my phone always, so I could just do a quick click. I think that's really important. Let me go back here to business training and see if I can do this. All right. So I believe here there are, oh, here we go. Okay, I didn't scroll down. So I wanted to scroll a little bit more. This is what I was getting to. So connecting and inviting, this is really important right here. Okay, so this is what I was talking about as far as, here comes Ray, as far as our scripts. Okay, so these are a bunch of our scripts that we have here. You can download and use these scripts for connecting and for inviting. Okay, and this is really great. So again, depending on who you're talking to, right? So we have it all here. Scripts for life, closing scripts are here. If you're going to be having a virtual launch, you're going to click this. So we have everything right here at your fingertips, which I absolutely love. So again, it's ourlegacymakers.com. Caroline will help you navigate through this, I'm sure, right, Caroline? I'm going to stop share and hopefully that was helpful. Helpful. Oh, I have some people that I need to mute. Okay, sorry about that. All right. All right. Any other questions that you may have for me? Rachel, welcome. Welcome to 3. Caroline is amazing. You're in great hands. This is phenomenal. You're going to build it big, I'm sure. So I'm excited for you. Audrey, did you want to say something else?
Yeah, I put it in the chat, but are we
Oh.
in Costa Rica at all? Or
We are
do
not in Costa Rica, not yet. So again, we're just getting started. We're in 14 countries. That is not where we are yet. However, Europe and South America is on our list. So we
Okay.
will get there.
Is there a list of what countries we're in or where I can find that?
Yes, Caroline will get that to you. That's not a problem at all. Mhm.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're so very welcome. Does anybody else have any questions? I appreciate you all being here on a Saturday morning with me. Anyone else have any questions that you would like to ask? Are you able to download the QR codes and all of that? Caroline can get that to you as well, very easily as well. And it's also on the Our Legacy Makers. Yeah, so all those closing scripts and those scripts are there for you as well. Anyone else have any questions? I definitely think that you should go ahead and get on social media. That I'm going to tell you has been working very well. Everyone is watching, especially with GLP-3. So go ahead and make your first post and let people know why you're here. You can go live if you want to. You can, if that's intimidating, you can create a video. You can just write it out, but I encourage you to go ahead and do that. Social media is a beautiful way to just share what we have to offer here. We are so new, people don't know about us, and we are the pioneers really in this business. With 3. So we're very blessed and fortunate to be here. So I'm going to close it out unless anyone has any other questions that I can help you with. Anyone else? Okay, go ahead, Janet. Welcome. Thank you.
Does my picture look blurry on your end?
A little bit.
Okay.
That's a good question. It does look blurry a little bit on my end. That is yes, a yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you. Go out there and build a big business. And as Adrian would say, if someone didn't tell you that they love you today, you are loved. And so go ahead and build it out big. And everybody enjoy the day and have a great weekend. Go share. All right. All right. Be well, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Mari.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to help. All right. Be well. Take care.